This video unlocks the power of Voiceflow and Google's Gemini 1.5 Pro to build a super smart chatbot. We'll show you how to integrate your knowledge base and leverage conversation history for optimized answers that keep users engaged. Let us get started. In this demo, we will show you how to connect your knowledge base with Gemini 1.5 Pro to return an optimized answer. We have another video showing how to set up the API block to connect to Gemini 1.5 Pro. You may want to watch that video to get familiar with this powerful model. In this demo, we have the knowledge base that we have used in the previous videos. We simply input the URLs of a gym's web pages, and Voiceflow has fetched all the data from the website and generated chunks according to their similarity. In this demo, we will also use a function called getKnowledgeBaseChunks, which is provided by Voiceflow. You may watch our previous videos showing how to import this function into your chatbot. If interested, you can take a look at the details of the function. Again, we have videos explaining this function, and you may watch our previous videos to help you understand it. But if you do not know how to code, it is completely okay, because in order to use it, you only need to input variables and do not need to write a single line of code at all. We will need to input the Voiceflow API key and the user question, and we have the output variable storing the KB data chunks we need. The first block is a set block. We put the Gemini API key in this variable. If you have followed along our previous videos, you can use that API key here, which you can get from the Google AI Studio. The next is to set the Voiceflow API key in this variable. You may want to watch our previous videos showing how to get this key for the knowledge base. In the text block, we ask the user to input his question. We then use a capture block to capture the entire user reply and save it in the question variable. Next, we use a function block to execute the function getKnowledgeBaseChunks, which is provided by Voiceflow. We need to input the Voiceflow API key and the user question to the function. The function then fetches the data from the knowledge base according to the user question, and returns the data as the output, and we save it in the chunks variable. Next, in the set block, we use the global variable vf_memory and clean up the vf memory variable by removing the new line characters. The global variable vf memory stores the conversation history, and we will send it together with the user question to the Gemini 1.5 Pro model to help it provide a desired answer. If not doing so, the AI model tends to forget previous conversation and can cause confusion to the user. By using this variable, we can enhance the user experience. Next, we set the variable prompt with the initial instruction, "You are an AI FAQ assistant." Information will be provided to help answer the user questions. Always summarize your response to be as brief as possible and be extremely concise. Your responses should be fewer than a couple of sentences. Do not reference the material provided in your response. Without this prompt, I tested and got very long answers with unnecessary redundant words. We want the answer to be concise. We also want the model to return answers based on the provided information, which are the data chunks from our knowledge base. We also do not want the answer containing the reference, such as according to the provided information and based on the data you provided, which sounds weird. In the next set block, we continue to build the prompt. The initial prompt will be concatenate with other instructions. We tell the model, "Please use the following information with the chunk data from our knowledge base." We also add the conversation history, which is stored in the global variable vf memory, to help the model answer the user question. I also use the square brackets to help the model understand the units of data chunks and memory. I think this should be very clear. Of course, you may do experiments and do your own prompt engineering to find out the best for you. Next, we remove the double quotes from the prompt. Oftentimes, we have double quotes in the chunk data and memory, which can cause wrongly paired quotation marks resulting in the API call's failure. In the API block, we have the post type and URL to make API calls. The model name is Gemini 1.5 Pro Latest. We put the Gemini API key at the end of the URL. In the headers section, we put the content type as application/JSON. In the body data, we have the user role, and input the user question in the text. In the model role, we input the prompt. We also need another user role, where we input "Please answer the question using the provided information." This may not be the best. You can experiment for the desired one. We finally capture the response and save it in the answer variable. Then, we use a text block to display the answer to the user. We provide 2 buttons so the user can click to continue to ask the next question or end the conversation. Let us run a test. We ask, "What classes do you offer?" The Gemini 1.5 Pro replies, "We offer a variety of yoga classes, including yoga flow, etc." Additionally, we have Pilates, bar fusion, and bounce classes available. In order to test the memory, we ask, "I have back pain. What classes should I avoid?" Gemini 1.5 Pro replies, "With back pain, it's best to avoid high-impact or strenuous classes, like bounce intervals, etc." We then ask, "Can I take bounce intervals class?" Gemini 1.5 Pro replies, "Since you have back pain, bounce intervals would not be the best option for you as it is a high-impact class." This shows that the model has used the conversation history to answer the question smartly. This is good user experience. In summary, we can use the powerful Gemini 1.5 Pro model to build a smart Voiceflow chatbot connecting to our knowledge base. We use the function block to fetch chunk data and send the conversation history saved in the memory to help the model provide an optimized answer. We do prompt engineering to enhance the user experience. Hope this video helps. If you like this video, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. If you have any comments and suggestions, please let us know. Thank you for your support.